This is Kenya News Update today. The Middle East is on fire. Right now, Israeli and American warplanes are striking targets inside Iran. This is a preemptive attack, plunging the region into a renewed military confrontation and shattering any hope for a diplomatic solution. But here's the twist. This massive operation was planned for months, and the launch date was decided weeks ago. Coming up, you'll discover the shocking details of this coordinated strike, the immediate retaliation being prepared, and what this means for global stability. The world is holding its breath. Let's break it down. Meet the key players in this unfolding crisis. On one side, Israel's defense minister Israel Katz, who declared the attack was to remove threats to his nation. On the other, Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who, according to sources, is not even in Tehran. He's been moved to a secure location. The stakes? A potential regional war. The inciting incident happened on Saturday. Explosions were heard in Tehran. Sirens blared across Israel around 8:15 a.m. local time. The Israeli military proactively alerted the public for a possible incoming missile strike. They closed schools, workplaces, and the entire national airspace. The airport's authority told people not to go to the airports, but here's what nobody's talking about. This follows a 12-day air war back in June, and repeated warnings from the US and Israel that they would strike again if Iran pressed ahead with its nuclear and ballistic missile programs. This isn't a spontaneous reaction. This is a calculated escalation. And then something shocking happened. The US military initiated its own series of strikes against targets in Iran. 2 US officials, speaking anonymously, confirmed the attacks. The scope of these air and sea operations is still unclear. But an Iranian official told Reuters they are preparing a crushing retaliation. Here's the part that will blow your mind. Just last month, in February, the US and Iran renewed negotiations. They were trying to resolve this decades-long nuclear dispute through diplomacy, to avert exactly this kind of military confrontation that could destabilize the entire region. But Israel insisted any US deal must include the complete dismantling of Tehran's nuclear infrastructure, not just stopping enrichment. They lobbied Washington to include restrictions on Iran's missile program in the talks. Iran said it would discuss nuclear curbs for lifted sanctions, but ruled out linking it to missiles. They also warned neighboring countries hosting US troops that they would retaliate against American bases if Washington struck. The tension was a powder keg. And now, the fuse has been lit. The implications are massive. This direct American military action is a seismic shift. In June, the US joined an Israeli campaign against Iranian nuclear sites. Tehran retaliated then by launching missiles toward the massive US Al Udeid air base in Qatar. Now we're seeing round 2. Western powers have long warned that Iran's ballistic missile project threatens regional stability and could deliver nuclear weapons. Tehran denies this, but the controversy is clear. Some see this as a necessary preemptive strike to prevent a nuclear-armed Iran. Others see it as an act of aggression that guarantees a wider war. The unanswered question hangs in the air: how far will Iran's promised retaliation go? And which US allies in the region will be caught in the crossfire? Do you think this preemptive strike was justified, or does it risk an uncontrollable regional war? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more breaking global news.